$1,000. That's what I paid for this Corolla. But there's a big question. The seller said the engine works, but I'm not sure. And when the mechanic checked the oil situation, he couldn't believe what he saw. Is this why I got it so cheap? The Toyota Corolla is the best-selling car in history. Known for reliability, a car that simply doesn't die. And this one showed up at auction for a price nobody could believe. A 2010 Corolla in good condition is worth between $6,000 and $7,000. I paid $1,000. The seller said the engine works, but the car has been sitting for years and I couldn't test it. The difference between those two values? An engine that might have a serious hidden problem. The plan is simple. Find the problem, fix it, and $1,000 into $6,000. Before any diagnosis, this car needs a complete cleaning. Now we find out the condition of the paint. Will we need to repaint the whole car, or is there good paint hiding under this mess? As the dirt comes off, the color starts showing. The dirt is gone, but the paint looks rough. If we can't fix it with polishing, we'll have to spend money on paint. Now the engine! This is an engine with a durability that few in the world can match. The Corolla is famous for exactly this, the engine that won't die. But this one sat for a long time. And what happened to this engine after years of sitting is exactly what we're about to find out. Engine clean, ready for diagnosis. The mechanic arrived to do the diagnosis. fluids low as expected. But when he went to drain the oil for the change, look what came out. This isn't oil, this is sludge. Years of degraded oil, no changes, no maintenance turned into this. A thick black paste that was circulating inside the engine. Or worse, that stopped circulating. The mechanic tried to start the car after changing the fluids and installing a new battery. And nothing, no sign of life. Engine. The seller said it worked, but it clearly doesn't anymore. The problem isn't just the oil, there's more wrong in here. He'll need to investigate deeper, and I needed to buy the right parts before his next visit. With the car on the lift, we could see the situation underneath. Lots of accumulated dirt, but the chassis has no structural rust, no holes. The underside is solid. The wheel wells collected dirt, but the structure is good. And the wheels. After cleaning, they look great. This Corolla is showing that underneath the dirt was a well-built car. But that engine still isn't running. And the sludge that came out of it is stuck in my mind. The mechanic gave me the parts list. Ignition coil set $80. New spark plugs $30. Throttle body cleaning and service $50. Mechanic labor $150. Total $310. On a car I paid $1,000 for. Investing another $300 to try saving the engine makes total sense. If this engine runs, the profit will be impressive. If it doesn't, well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. The mechanic came back ready to work. He's going to replace the old coils. Look at the condition. Dried out. Compromised after so long without running. New coils installed, 1 per cylinder. New spark plugs in each cylinder too. And the throttle body, cleaned, serviced, ready to function. Everything installed. But there's still one step. The most important one of all. And that one we save for the end. The interior of this Corolla is the one everybody knows. Practical, comfortable, not luxury. The right car for people who need a real car. Years of neglect left everything grimy. After complete detailing, this interior looks like the Corolla everybody wants again. Clean, smelling like new, every detail in place. Now there's just one thing left. The moment of truth. Everything installed, engine clean inside, new fluids, new coils, new plugs. The mechanic turned the key. It started. The Corolla fired up on the first try. The engine Toyota built to last, that sat with sludge inside that everyone bet wouldn't come back, is running again. Everyone says Corollas are indestructible. Now I know it's true. The paint on this Corolla was beaten up. I thought it would need repainting. But after polishing, what was hidden finally showed up. This Corolla is looking like new. Now it's time to see the final result and do the math. Time to see the transformation of our auction Corolla. The same car that arrived here with sludge in the engine, grimy, that nobody wanted to touch. Now look at it! Paint shining, engine running, interior spotless, wheels gleaming. And now the part that matters most, the numbers. I paid $1,000 for this Corolla. I invested another $550 in parts, mechanic, and detailing. Total invested, $1,550. This Corolla running and in this condition is worth between $6,000 and $7,000. An estimated profit of over $5,000. From $1,000 to $6,000, no bodywork, no paint. Just knowledge, the right parts, and work. This is what auctions can do for anyone who knows how to spot the opportunity. Prices may vary depending on your region. If you enjoyed this restoration, make sure to subscribe. New videos every Saturday at 2 p.m. Thanks for watching.